Hey newcomer, don't click away, stay, have some tea, and explore the channel of Toasted Noodle. We have, stories. We have stories. I do what about any other animated storyteller on YouTube does at the moment. Tell stories about my past and stuff, and yeah, they're pretty funny, I guess. Hey newcomer, don't click away, stay, have some tea, and explore the channel of Toasted Noodle. We have, stories. We have stories. I do what about any other animated storyteller on YouTube does at the moment. Tell stories about my past and stuff, and yeah, they're pretty funny, I guess. Check them out. They're pretty dandy. While you're at it, click subscribe. Come on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it already! Here's some things you need to know about the channel. I tell a lot of tornado stories. I tell a lot of stories of stupid things I've done, and I'm pretty stupid. I have recurring characters. Here's a character chart. Okay, moving on. I can get really loud sometimes, and I use the same background music too much. And now, here are some words from people you may or not know, and they'll tell you why you should subscribe to Toasted Noodle.
Hey, you should subscribe to this guy. This guy right here, he's a cool man. Subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Oh, Toasted Noodle. Yeah, he's that guy that looks like if Johnny Test was a stick figure. Yeah, that guy's pretty cool. I know him. He's cool.
Hey guys, my name's Fire. I am a YouTuber with like 50K or something. Dude, Noodle? Wow, dude, his videos? They're flipping insane. Dude, I'm sick in real life right now. You can probably hear my voice. I am not sick of Noodle's videos. They're flipping
Alright, so you know when you have like a really old crusty banana and you have a perfectly fresh strawberry and you're like, what if I put these in a blender and made a smoothie? Would it reverse the freshness and kind of hide the crustiness of it and make something kind of in between? Would that be good? And then you do it and you drink it and you're like, oh, that's disgusting. This is a terrible idea. Why'd I do that? That's what it's like watching Toasted Noodle.
So you heard him. Click that subscribe button. You will not regret it. Okay, so at my high school, we have sororities. These sororities are like really light versions of college sororities. At my high school, there are two sororities. For the sake of privacy, I won't use their real names, but I'll just call them Cheez-Its and Cheese Nips. The sororities really just throw parties every now and then, and sometimes they get together and do stuff. I think. I don't know, I'm not a girl. Anyways, way back in the day when I was in 3rd grade and my sister was in middle school, my sister really wanted to be in one of those sororities. So one time in 3rd grade after a Little League baseball game against Grayson's team, I asked my mom if he could stay the night. She said yeah, and me and Grayson were hyped. Sleepovers were really rare back then, so whenever we had a chance to have one, we would always go all out. So Grayson came home with us, and me and Grayson just went and did our own thing for a while. A little later on, Mom called us downstairs because she had something to warn us about. We went downstairs and she told us how my sister was going to be rushed into one of those high school sororities that night. We didn't know what that meant, so Mom told us that she was going to be woken up in the middle of the night to a bunch of screaming girls and they were going to take her out of the house and officially recognize her as part of the sorority. To me and Grayson's 3rd grade minds, this was absolutely insane. So you're telling us that a bunch of teenage girls are going to run into this house in the extreme late hour of 1 a.m. and kidnap my sister? Whack. So we ran upstairs and began preparation. We were told that it was going to be loud and crazy, so we set up pillows against the doors and barricaded ourselves in my room. We spent the time waiting, playing video games and stuff, but then it got kinda late. It was going to happen at like any minute. I remember us being on the floor of my room and just sitting there. It seemed like every noise we heard outside was the girls about to flood in.
Wait, did you hear that? Oh, it's just the crickets.
What do you think they'll actually get here?
I don't know. They have a lot of girls to pick up.
Then something happened that me and Grayson will never forget. The loudest music I have ever heard in my life came from outside, and the volume level had to be at like 1000%. We hear the door bust down. Every single one of the girls were screaming so loud while we opened. Just froze there. The girl healed. I looked down the stairs, and they were attacking us, stopped, and ran at Victoria being to the carpet. The damage was horrible. Silly string was stuck to the carpet. The PS2 was on the other side of the room than the TV that it was connected to. It was like walking through a war zone. Okay, I'm kidding. They did leave behind literally the worst mess I've ever seen in my entire life, though. We didn't sleep that night and just stayed up all night trying to gather what just happened. So, the day after, Mom told me and Grayson that we couldn't tell a soul our story about the whole thing because someone might tell their sister that maybe didn't get in and she would get mad and sad and all. Which is understandable. Not being able to tell the story to my friends was hard for me because I loved telling stories and crazy things that had happened to me. At school the next Monday, I can remember being at lunch and just holding my breath trying not to tell all my friends the story. Grayson, on the other hand, must have been running his mouth because some kid ran up to me and was like, "Dude, was it true that a bunch of girls in bikinis broke into your house and attacked you?" What? Bikinis? Grayson apparently switched the story a bit so they were all wearing bikinis, which was not true. Just goes to show how a third grade imagination can be so, crazy. Either that or he thought that normal female clothing was what a bikini is, which is a possibility. Hey guys, thank you for watching the video. Also, holy doo-doo, thank you guys for 27,000 subscribers. This channel hasn't had much... This channel hasn't had such a good response since late last year. Thank you all for all the support, the fan art, and click and subscribe. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. What's that? Oh, it's spring? Wait. You know what that means. It's tornado season.
No, the video's about Easter.
Oh. Yeah, that too, I guess. Hey, that's a pretty cool holiday I have a lot of stories about.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Oh yeah. Alright. Easter, a fun old holiday where you get to be with the family and hunt for eggs. I mean, there's a lot more to Easter than that, but those are the two things that the stories come from, so... So I live in the South, and when we get snow down here, it is actually like Armageddon. Literally, in 2014, a surprise 1 to 2 inches of snow was dubbed Snowmageddon. You see, when snow hits the north, it's not that big of a deal. The north has snow plows and people up there can tolerate the cold way better than us southerners. When snow hits the south, everyone goes insane, even when a half of inch of snow is expected. There's been a couple times in the past where the forecast has predicted snow and it was a total bust. Just this January, everyone in my area was screaming snow, and being the weather geek that I am, I checked, and that thing was passing to the south with no question. So I was telling everyone that it wasn't gonna snow, and everyone was like,
"Nah, I saw it on the news. I've already bought snowboards and I've got loads of bread and milk. You're wrong like usual."
So then when it didn't snow, I was like, huh, I was right. And then everybody said,
"No, Harrison, you said it would snow up to 2 inches. You were very much wrong. Hold this, L."
But I'm not here to rant. Besides the drama that happens down here with the snow, it's great. There was this one time we got up to 10 inches of snow and I slid down this hill and I was flying at the speed of light. That had to be my favorite snow event like ever. I mean, 10 inches down here is insane. There was this other time I invited a bunch of friends over and we ended up only getting 2 inches of snow. It was worth it though, because we played football in the snow and we went over near our school and snowboarded down hills and got snow all up in our gloves. Those days were great, but there was no time like the snow when I was in 5th grade. In 5th grade, I had been watching the weather for like 3 days in a row for the snow, and when it actually snowed, I was with my friends on the other side of the neighborhood when frostbite totally struck me. My dad had to come pick me up and I spent the rest of the day and night at my house. It sucked. But me and my dad built a snowman and some little girl crushed it and... But in conclusion, snow days are awesome. You get to get out of school, and when it's good enough here, you'll be out for like an entire week. One time we missed out so many days of snow, we had to add an additional 40 minutes to every school day for 3 weeks. It was great. Again, I want to thank you all for 2,000 subscribers. I have no idea where all this support is coming from, but nonetheless, thank you all. Also, big thank you to 8-Bit Liam for voicing the person who gave me the false L in January. His channel link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching. See ya. Ah yes, the playground. Some of the greatest memories I have are from the playground. You see, at my school, we never had recess. We just had phys ed or PE. So, we didn't go on the playground every day that we could. The days that we were able to go though, wow, they were the fun days. Now, any other normal person, when they see a playground, well, they see a playground. But when I see a playground, I see a battle zone. You see, in elementary school, we played this game called Boys and Girls War. Basically, it was just a never-ending war between guys and girls. This wasn't your usual game of war though. We took this way more seriously than we should have. That's not the point though, that's for another video. Anyways, the main battleground for the war was that playground. Every playground day we would run or walk on the track and then run onto the playground and just go full out. Someone would get done with their running and they would run onto the playground and yell, "Boys and Girls War!" and everybody would go wild. I was the leader of the boys, so I always needed a place to hide during the game. I would hide on this tall blue slide thing, while there were usually 2 other dudes guarding. The location of the blue slide on the playground was pretty good because it was right next to the tree that we were trying to make sure no one ever touched. What? Why can't people touch a tree, you may be asking? Well, in 2nd grade, my friend Cassidy was forced to kiss the tree in like some dare or something. I don't know. Ever since that day, every guy in the school was mortified of the tree because we believed if you touched the tree, you got cooties. Incurable cooties. We dubbed the tree the cootie tree, and we made sure no one ever touched it. Girls embraced this cootie thing, and they would force kids to touch the tree. And when they touched the tree and got cooties, according to them, the kid that touched the tree was on the girls' team. To this day, when I go to that playground, I still can't touch that tree. I'm sorry, I just can't. Another funny thing about Boys and Girls War on that playground is something that happened in 3rd grade. I was fighting in the war and my old friend Jonathan ran up to me and told me I needed to fight this other war called the Elf and Nymph War. It was apparently just Boys and Girls War for elves. I don't know. It was stupid. So I was all like, yeah, dude. So I ran up to my best soldier, Mitch, and I said, Mitch, I have other wars to fight. So, can you please go out and be the temporary leader for the boys in this war we call Boys and Girls War? Of course. I will be back. The war ended in like a day. It was literally the dumbest thing. Another cool memory I have from that playground was my 2nd grade field day. At one point of the day, me and Jonathan were thirsty, so we purchased some off-brand Dr. Pepper, as in Dr. Thunder. We drank it and immediately we fell in love. We ran around yelling at people, "Dr. Thunder!" We advertised the crap out of it, and we were like, "Hey, yo, you guys need to buy this. This Dr. Thunder is literally genius." Speaking of shamelessly advertising things, this one time me and my friend Connor were walking around the track next to the playground, and Connor decides to scream, "Who wants lemon pudding?" which I thought was absolutely hilarious. Next thing you know, me and him were marching down the track yelling, "Who wants lemon pudding? Who wants lemon pudding? Who wants lemon pudding?" Eventually our PE teacher got mad at us and told us to stop, but that didn't stop us. Also, some little elementary school relationships were started on that playground. My cousin Ella's first kiss was actually on that playground. Apparently her and Jonathan were sitting on the swings in kindergarten, and Ella's brother was daring her to kiss John. So, Ella did it. According to Ella, she immediately regretted it and was all like, "Blech! Yuck! Why did I do that?" So yeah, I mean that's a thing. So yeah, that's my playground stories. Alright, end card. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. Sorry it took a while to make. I've been stuck between these 2 video ideas, and I'm actually kind of making them at the exact same time, so that's always hard. But thank you guys for 35,000 subscribers. We're doing a lot better than I thought we would, so thank you guys. I'll see you in the next video.
So I was thinking of an idea for a Valentine's Day special, and thanks to my boy Jake, the topic today is asking people out. Yay. Now keep in mind that the last time I was in a quote-unquote relationship was in like 6th grade. So there's only like 2 stories in here for me to tell, but both are very cringy and it makes me want to die every time I think about them. So where I live, asking someone out is not necessarily asking someone out on a date or anything. It is just asking them if you two would like to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And to be honest, I have no idea why we use this term. Like, can we think of anything else? Like, never mind, I can't think of anything. That's not the point though. So let's start from the young ages or stages or whatever. If you're a true watcher of my videos, you know Cassidy. I liked her from 2nd grade to 5th grade. And when I say like, I mean, woo, man, I really liked her. So one day she came over to my cousin's house, right? Which lived like just down the street in my neighborhood. I had just realized what I had to do, and when I went over to my cousin's house, I remember being on her couch in front of Cassidy and just mentally preparing myself. 3 years of hard work and dedication had come down to this, and I had to say it perfectly. So I asked her, and she said yes. The emotion I felt was weird. It was not the emotion I was expecting. It was a new kind of feeling, a feeling I had never felt, or I had felt very rarely. Instant regret. As Cassidy was getting ready to go, I was on the floor, figuring out how I could retract from this. So as she was leaving, I said, "Actually, never mind. I think I'm gonna think about it a little bit more." Talk about instantly regretting something. I felt really, really, really bad. I still liked her a lot at the time, but as cliche as it sounds, I guess I just wasn't ready for a relationship. Well, that's ironic, because the very next year in 5th grade around the same time, I liked another girl who we're going to call, I don't know, Piper? Okay, whatever. So everyone knew Piper liked me. Around my school, everyone knew Piper liked Harrison. It got to a point where I'd get in a fight with Grayson and he'd be like, "Well, at least I have a girlfriend." And I'd be like, "I can get a girlfriend whenever I want." And then everyone would be like, "Well, yeah, he's got a point." So, there was a couple of days left in the school year, and this was back when I liked Minecraft, okay? Everyone I ran into would like Minecraft, because I would just instantly make them like Minecraft. I made Piper like Minecraft, and occasionally I would tell her to go on the server I would set up, just so we could talk or whatever. So I tell her to go on the server, right? And she agrees with, like, no hesitation, like, boom, we're on the server, just like that. So, we start talking around 8, right? Well, we go into 2 a.m. 2 a.m. We're freaking 5th graders. So the conversation goes to, "So, who do you like?" And let me say this. Everyone knows when someone asks that question, they're hinting they're interested in you. Or in this case, she was interested in my luscious Steve body. Get it? Because we were playing. Okay, whatever. So I say nobody, but she's not having it. She's just straight up says, "I used to like you, but I mean, I kind of still do, but it's like the size of an ant." I knew at that moment that this was my time to shine. Freaking, I throw that "you want to go out" hammer so fast. She says yes. We talk a little more. She leaves, and that started the most awkward couple of months of my entire life. To this day, me and her both equally